Hello everyone, my name is Herman Lewis and welcome to my channel, The Last Natufian. This is part 16 about Anatolia. But first, the rules. No people, no places, terrain on the faces, and rivers on the edges. And today we're going back to C12. Now, even though it's a face, there's terrain, of course there's water across the terrain. They just don't mark it like they do on the edges, as we saw in the Nile, the Jordan, and the Tigris. Now, on the previous video, I wasn't satisfied with what I saw. It was really hard finding the ducks. But when I saw some maps like this one here recently, I didn't know about the central plateau. And you can just see there would be the ducks, duck through here, and some of the other features that were on there. So I wanted to go back and do a better job. And that's what we're going to do here today. Now, first off, the animals themselves. What we need to do is identify just the animals, right? You've got a fox down here, you've got the boar, you've got, I should say some shapes too. Here you've got mountain structures in here, you can just see it. And then, of course, the ducks in here. And in D38, now enclose your D38, you've got the same animals. You can see the boar right there in the middle. So you've got the fox up here, actually two foxes, right? The boar and the birds. And over here, you've got the fox, boar, and birds up this way. And when I say foxes, look at the two spines. Coming from this direction towards Surush and Haran, that's what you would expect that way. So, by being in different directions, they're talking about trade going in different directions, right? From Göbekli Tepe. So I wanted to bring that up. Very interesting. Now, I put this out there last time on the video about the animals. I traced the hills. Like here's the fox down here. Here's the bull. Here's the boar, and then the birds up here. I just knew they were there. They're not exact, and they're just regions. And it's amazing how there's five. Like five on your hand. And so today I've got some better details, and we're going to get into that. Now it's hard though. This is a mountainous region. It's hard to divide the mountains when they're so close together. It's a lot easier in the desert, right? So like on the vulture stone here, you've got, the Golan Heights here is shaped like a bird, right? Like a vulture. You've got Amman, the mountains around Amman. So what they're doing is just tracing their high points, right? The highlands, that's all. So around, using the Jordan River, around Amman, right? You've got out in the desert here, you've got the Scorpion, you've got the mountains off the Dead Sea right here that I just traced, right? It looks just like, you see that? The dog right here, and the serpent is actually between the legs, and Moab out here. It's just wonderful, okay? And I mean, you can do it yourself. I've always said it here. Let's do it real fast. Let's go on. So I've already got it set up here. You can see the dog right here, right? On the mountains right here. Here's the mouth, here's the legs, right? There's the Golan Heights right here. You can go on your phone and do that. I always love this one here, the scorpion, right? See the long tail? Look at the long tail over here. It's in the same direction. You see the bulbous end? There's a bulbous end of the tail. Yeah, that's right. You see the bulbous end of the tail right here? And here's the legs going out. It's just wonderful. So it's a lot easier doing it, in the desert when things are isolated like that. So, but when you're up in Turkey, it's a little harder. So, and this is what I mean. This is Anatolian here. So to make a map is a little more difficult. Now you'd still follow the trails, right? No matter what, wherever you went, you can't hide trails. How do you hide people walking and animals walking for hundreds, thousands of years? You know what I mean? So it isn't about that. It's just making the correct right and left turns. So in this case here, people can't quite see things, kind of like the boar is the Bay of Adana. So here, let me move on here, and we're going to get back to that picture in a minute here. But I did this comparison, okay? So you can see the boar right here, right? There's the boar. And look at this channel right here, the valleys up in here. And that's the valleys up in here, right? And there's going to be valleys going to the coast. And there's other maps I'm going to show you. So I went ahead and added the cities where they would be, according to this map here. Now, as far as seeing the boar, now people would say, I can't see it. Well, I just zoomed in on this. Now, just look at this here. There's one ear coming down the face, and here's the snout right here in the mouth, right? And here's the chin. It's beautiful. And there's the eye right there. Isn't that great? I went ahead and drew around it, and people can see it a lot better on Twitter. And I'm sorry, I'm a horrible artist. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. But now that you've seen that, you get my mistakes and all here. You see the boar? See it? Isn't that just beautiful? Now, right here, right in front of it, the rounded part right here, that comes from the bull. This is the horn right here. That's one of the horns. The other horn's the other side. Here the Euphrates comes through here and around here, okay? And right here you can see it's rounded and comes through there in that valley. And if you stick around, I've got a little surprise for you too at the end, a little extra bonus. So anyway, there's the boar, and right on the end, the behind of the bull, and you see these structures that are coming across, like this one right here. See that? See that? Like a snake, like that. Well, on the pillar, that's going to come up as well. So this is what we just said. Here's the boar. Look at this snake thing looking here, right? There's that. And we showed the mountains on the side. Just beautiful, just beautiful. So I'm just going to keep identifying with maps. Now, the other day, this came up, and this is the Hittites. Now, the green line all the way around is the extent of the Hittites. Well, that's on this pillar. All of this is. I mean, and I'm going to show you that. I'm going to rotate and show you this. So here's the boar, of course. I haven't rotated. Let me rotate it and compare it. So we'll just start from the top. Look at the very head of this duck right here. Look where the peak is right here with the Hittites. Okay. Now, what attracted me to this was I didn't know about the longest river in Turkey. And I don't know if you can see the blue, but the river starts here, comes around, and goes out here. I mean, it's round, it comes to here, but it starts right there. Now, if you look right here in the legs of the duck, come around here between the two ducks and the longest valley through here at the top and around. Doesn't that look familiar? Absolutely. So, and not only that, look at the rest of the rivers. They're all rounded. So these are regions. So here would be a duck, right? Here would be a duck, and I'm going to show you some other pictures of them right here. And then here's the boar. So it's all around in here. These regions is what we're looking at on here. And then the mountains. You can see the mountains all up in here, right? And the mountains all up in here, and you can see it on the map here. The mountains at the top. I mean, this is Anatolia. This is not in the stars, everybody. This is right here. Okay. Now this is another map that I found, and this has to do with the rivers. And here is the river, the longest one, and I've tried pronouncing that correctly, and I don't want to butcher it and disrespect anybody, but that's the name of the river. It comes around here. You can see the different regions between the rivers that come around to here, right? And I went ahead and rotated it. And, oh, hold on, before I go, I want to go back to that one there. Look at the valleys. Look how many of them there are going to the sea. Boom, 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 boom. All right? So when you rotate it, you don't see all of them here, but you can see it. But in this case here, once again, you can see the long river coming through here and the shape of everything coming around here, right? And the valley that comes through here. Now, there's no river that comes through here, but the valley does, it looks like. I went ahead and put the two, lined them up. So as you can see, the river starting right here, and over here it starts right here and comes up around. I mean, it's just two. These aren't coincidences, right? Even this little part in here, see that little duck right in there? So they're just calling these regions. I don't see the mountains in it, but you know, here would be the top duck in here. The other two would be through here, and then here's the boar right here. And I mean, isn't that just beautiful and wonderful? Just beautiful. Now this map, this helps us see a couple things. One, the long valley in here, right? And the structure that goes up and down above the boar right here. Okay, it doesn't quite help us with the ducks, but let me rotate it here and show you what I mean. We saw that before, like with the snake on the different on that different map. You can see the structure that comes all the way across the country, and now you can see some open areas. Now you can see right here where the head of a duck would stop, right? And at the mountains up here, just beautiful here, right? So when you compare it, oh, here's one thing here. The duck, where'd it go? The head right here, and lost myself. That's okay. But you see the structure in here. You see this part in here, right? Again, the mountains. I mean, one after another. Every mountain or every map I bring out just confirms everything that's on this map. So now this one I found, it's better than that last one. It's just absolutely beautiful. And this is of all of Turkey. The pillar stops here. So if you're wondering why the shape of the pillars is, it could be because it's shaped like a pillar. Anatolia is. And you see the structure coming across the country again. It's just beautiful. Went ahead and rotated it. There are those rocks that come up, you know, like a triangle there that we talked about. Here again is the coastline, right, with the mountains. The mountains stop up in here. Just beautiful. Now they don't talk, I haven't found anything that's in here other than those lines that come in. They would have been trading with the folks up here who would have been trading with Greece, right? Up in here. So, but as far, it's so watery and all that with the floods and things and weather back then, it might not have been a nice place. I don't know, but I'm guessing that it was just other people's, all right, or related to Greece. That's just a guess. I do not know from 12,000 years ago. Now I'm putting it together here. As you can see, it's, the pillar would stop up in here. I rotated it to show you. Here is the valley again and the mountains over in here, right? All the way around, you can see it. And then the plateau is in here with the ducks. So one after another, and here's the boar, right? Boar right in there. Now, if you look closely, here, I'm going to zoom in on this. Okay, right here is the mouth of the Fox. Here's the hills there. Oh, it stops right here on the border, but that's the Fox, the mountains that come all the way down to here, underneath the chin of the other bird. And that's what they're talking about, the Fox by the Euphrates. The other Fox is over here. It's beautiful, and that's on another video. But now that I've zoomed in, I mean, you see this. It's just, you see the structure. It's just gorgeous. So there you go, everybody. That is Pillar C12. I went back to it. It was bothering me. I wanted to do a better job on this pillar. I hope I did a good job for you, for my friends in Anatolia. And I mean, it's just stunning. I don't have the right words. And I've got a couple more videos lined up. The next one I think I need to do is an Egyptian one, actually. But I've got several more to do about Göbekli Tepe, about why they did it and what happened. There's stories about that as well. So anyway, everybody, thank you so much for watching my videos and supporting me. Please share. I'm not monetizing any of this. It's my gift to the people of the region and of the world. It's just I wanted everyone to see it as soon as I saw it too. Okay, so there you go. See me on Twitter too. I put things out on there, some information before I put it here on YouTube, probably because it's faster and to test it out. So I'll see you there as well. Prost!